Alright, I'm calling Metsa. Earth to Metsa.
Hello.
Hello. Guys, is Metsa loud enough? Tell me if he's if I need to increase his
Wait, I'll put
volume.
my mic closer.
You might be loud enough, I'm just making sure. I've got to check.
Yeah, I might also have a wrong mic.
You got a problem with the mic?
No, I might have used the wrong one.
Oh, you used the wrong one.
Sounds good?
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Okay. It must be the right one.
C9 versus PSG review with Method Metsanauris. Clickbait to the maximum. Is it still clickbait if it's just true? If it's just facts? I don't know. Anyway, that's what we're going to be doing, guys. I had to persuade Metsa to come on today. He's really nervous because you guys scare him, but he did kindly agree to join me for this match. And like I said earlier in stream, but I'll say it again because I know a lot of you guys weren't here. I was thinking to myself, who would I want to hear talk about this game? Because, you know, not many people have experience against both of these teams because it is one of the best teams in North America versus one of the best teams in Europe. And you are, I think, one of the players who has the most combined experience against both of these guys. You know what I mean?
Most combined experience.
Yeah, I think the only other team who's played a series against both of these teams outside of a scrim, I'm not talking about scrims, I'm talking about actual stage tournament games, is Gale Force. Because Gale Force have played Cloud9 in the DreamHack finals, DreamHack Atlanta. And they also... No, they didn't play them at RLCS. Maybe you're the only person who's played against them more than once.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, did you play them at Gnarly? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You played them at Gnarly and you played them at RLCS.
Yeah.
And of course you played PSG more. You could, yeah, I think Method are the only team who have played both these teams more than once on a stage game. So Metsanauris is literally the best person to ask about these teams.
I don't know. There are like two different teams on the different tournaments, so.
True. Right, I've got the link. If anybody wants to go find Rocket League YouTube channel, click here. That's where you can see the original video. And yeah, pretty much good to go here. I think I've done everything right. We can actually see the game for once. So when I hit play, it'll play on your screen. And it's a pretty long one because this did go 5 games. Spoiler. But it's a pretty good series as well, as most Cloud9 series are. We'll skip a little bit because this does take a while. The series is longer, so I'll skip to it.
I'm actually really excited to see this because I didn't see it live.
Oh, you didn't?
I was doing an interview in the same time.
There we go. So brand new for Metsa. I did. Wait, is this the best quality possible? This doesn't look like good quality. Is this 1080p really? Okay, it looks a bit cleaner now. The start of that looked so low quality. I was like, what are we looking at? But yeah, as an intro to this match, it's a winners quarter-final match. It's the 4th time that PSG played Cloud9 in a tournament. They played 3 series at Gnarly Invitational, with Cloud9 winning the first, PSG winning the second, and then Cloud9 winning the third, and winning the whole tournament in the process. And this is the second match that PSG have played this tournament. They dumpstered Pale Horse, Cloud9's first game. So first thing I want to ask you, Metsa, is how much of an advantage do you think that is that PSG are coming in off the back of a win already, and Cloud9 this is their first series on stage? Do you think that matters at all?
I don't think that's a really advantage. I mean, maybe a little bit, but both of these teams are like pretty new to the stage, so
yeah,
I don't think that makes a difference.
And what do you think? I heard Squishy talking on stream the other day. He said that he's never been nervous in a 3v3 series in his life, ever. He's never been nervous. Can you relate to that? Is that a similar sort of mindset as you have? Are you just never nervous?
Probably the opposite, to be honest. I'm probably the most nervous player to just been. Well, not really anymore. But
yeah,
like,
initially.
I used to be, I don't know if you saw my tweet, but I used to be really nervous to play like on 20 viewer stream, like viewer games or something, or just playing a good player in ranked or something. And then every small Gfinity I played, like 200 pounds, I was super nervous every time I played.
Yeah, I think that's it's more normal. I think Squishy's the outlier here, for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, sorry guys if you guys are, wait. Why are you spamming about to ban yourself? I'm not gonna, jeez. Right, anyway. sorry for talking over all these goals, but honestly, the start of this game, I did watch it, and I was just like, what is going on? Everybody's just kind of, you know, playing extremely all in after kickoff and not really getting boost, and then just getting beaten to the ball because somebody's got boost and somebody doesn't. But that tends to happen a lot in early, what do you call it, games and series at LANs. There's just lots of bad goals, which involve people just getting beat to the ball after, you know, close to kickoff. But after teams get a bit more time to establish that rotation, they're a bit more solid. Have you got any thoughts about that? Like, how is it to start off a series compared to, you know, getting into game 2 or even like deep into game 1?
I don't know. It's like first game of the series is like no one's really in the focus, I think. So it's like no matter who wins the game 1, it doesn't really matter. The second game like restarts the game, in my opinion.
Do you think the second game is the most important game of the series? Because that's what Turtle said yesterday. He thinks that game 2 is like the one. Like if you just said, you lose game 1, it's no big deal. He's kind of the same, but then you lose game 2, it's like, okay, what? We're in trouble, right?
I mean, I don't know. If you lose both, like if you lose first game and you lose second game, for me it doesn't feel like it's like real pressure. It adds pressure to the winning team.
You think so? I mean, you guys have had your fair share of reverse sweeps, like for and against you.
Yeah. It's like, I don't really think the game wins make a difference. Every game is like a different game.
Yeah. What do you think about best of 5 versus best of 7? Do you think a best of 5 is a good enough series in Rocket League to see who deserved to win? Or do you think you need best of 7?
I think best of 5 is the best because we play best in best of 5, so.
I agree with you, actually. I think best of 7 is too much. I do actually think best of 7 is too much, especially when you get to the end of a tournament. Best of 7 just seems unnecessary. If you look at all the RLCSs in the past, I don't think many. I think Season 3 was the only one that had a best of 7 go all the way to 7 games. Season 1, it was 4-2 and that's it. Season 2, it was 4-1, 4-1, so pretty one-sided again. Season 3, it was 4-2, 4-3, so that was closer, I guess. There was 1-4-3. And we would have had Mocket Season 3 champions if it was best of 5s, by the way. But then this season, again, it was 4-0. Like, there's not many close best of 7s, I think. Not enough, like, really, really tight best of 7s to make it worthwhile going the extra time, in my opinion. But, you know, that's just, you know, a lot of experimentation on my stream, doing best of 3s, 5s, 1s, 7s, all kinds, even best of 9s. Oh, dude, what is happening? How did that make it across the goal? On earth? Like, this is such a messy game. I need to see this again. Is this... Bluey jumped over Squishy. That's what happened. Oh, and then he just missed it. Okay, that's fair.
He should have hit that anyways.
Yeah. I didn't see the bump first time. I was like, how has Bluey missed this? But I guess it was a bit more difficult if he's getting bumped.
But those moments are like the most nervous ones at LAN. When you're the last man, someone's going for a ball.
You see them coming?
Yeah, you have to control your car really well to hit the ball.
What's your default? Like, how do you dodge people in that time? Because sometimes you can dodge them by just doing nothing. Sometimes you got to jump. Sometimes you got to side flip. Sometimes you got to, like, you know, double jump. What do you usually do if it's like the first time this happened in a series? And obviously, from this point onwards, you're going to have to change your mind or else people are going to know about it and can't beat you.
I'm actually probably one of the worst people at doing that. I always get bumped in the goal. I don't know why. But it's just like... I'm revealing my strats here, but...
Or you can just lie and pretend you're a strat.
It's like... If you don't jump, it's better for you since, like, if you jump, you might get bumped either way. But... you still might not get the save because you've jumped.
Yeah,
but
true.
Ground, it's like advantage, I guess.
Yeah, so sometimes I hear a lot of casters call it out. They're like, how did he not see him coming? But a lot of the time it's just players, they see it coming, but they're trying to outplay by doing nothing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get appreciated enough. Because players, they're not that stupid. Players, they'll see it coming. Even if it's coming from behind them, there's a good chance the player knows it's coming. They're just deciding not to jump because they want to get the outplay by doing nothing. That being said, jump bumps are pretty rare from behind. It's still pretty much a new thing in my experience to see players jumping to bump from a blind spot.
Remco just goes for every aerial bump when I'm the last man. I don't know. It feels like every time I'm the last man, Remco comes out of nowhere, aerial bump.
Yeah, and like full on aerial bump, not just a double jump bump, but he's like flying. He's just like coming through the air. And
every time, like, he barely like scraps me. I don't move anywhere, and he gets mad every single time. It's so funny.
I think the solution is side flips. I've never seen anybody side flip to dodge a demo. Which side flip will dodge like a demo direct or a jump. You're completely moving to the side. I've never seen it be done before, ever. And I want to see it happen because I think it'd be good. It could be good. But yeah, as we go on here, we're going to talk a bit more about the teams and what you think about them and as the players individually. But this game one, usually game one is a little bit less interesting, especially early on into a tournament. It's just like, it's game one. And I mean, you know, there have been a couple of goals this game that were good finishes, but not really much to say about either of these teams so far. But oh, that whiff from Gimmick though is pretty bad. That's like the first thing that really stands out as a really big misplay.
It was a good demo though.
Yeah, really smart demo. That's a huge miss. So Gimmick did have a couple of big whiffs later on. This isn't like a disaster doing like, you know, one mistake this early into a series. No big deal. Wait, what is that on Bluey's desk? Is that? Whoa, what is this? The pink thing.
I think he like. That's like a hand grip thing or
something.
Macros. I don't know.
That's his macros. That's why his car goes so fast in the air. He's cheating.
I remember him like holding it in his hand.
Is it like a little hand warmer, a little heater? That's nice.
I don't know.
It's kind of cute.
I used like the bags that you have to shake.
The little handbags. They're pretty good.
I don't know. I've never seen anyone use like something like that.
I keep on asking everybody that comes on here, what do you think about the bottles of water? Like the miniature bottles?
Way too small.
Yeah, too small.
When we went to the like later games, we were like playing one game and then the guy had to bring us more water.
And they do all just have one. Although I think Chaussette's chucked his player pass on the desk. So, oh, is that a mobile phone? What is this? Mobile phone on the desk from Squishy. He's just checking his tweets mid-series. He's like tweeting out live from the stage. No water from them, although Torment's always got his hands in his pockets. He's maybe got a hand warmer in there.
I mean, the first day, it was so cold on stage. Like, it was actually freezing.
Yeah, Gimmick looks like he might be shivering as well. Squishy, of course, no emotion whatsoever. What a surprise. He's just chilling.
Oh, that's a hand warmer. Look at the shoulder.
Oh, hold on. My video paused. I back it up. Is there any Overwatch for RLCS?
The hand warmers.
Yeah. Yeah, they're good. Hand warmers are pretty good. A good start from PSG. I was worried that they might just not ever get a look at the series. I think I predicted 3-1 for Cloud9 in this one. And I mean, you might have a bit more insight because you would have scrimmed against both these teams probably, or maybe seen them practicing before the series. But who did you think was going to win going in to this match? PSG, really? Why?
Yeah, because like I feel like the gnarly every single like close matchup. I felt like whoever's gonna lose like really close game 5 or game 7 is gonna win on RLCS.
Right.
That's in your mind.
Interesting. So that for that reason you thought if you ran into Cloud9 you'd win. If you ran into NRG you'd win. Well, you did run into NRG, of course. You did win. In fact, at this point you have already won. We're passed by that in the timeline.
Yeah.
So that's already happened.
So we did beat both of them, so.
And you're waiting for the winner of this match in the next round, right?
I have no clue at this point.
Pretty sure. Let me actually look at the bracket. Yeah. You're going to be playing. You're already waiting in the next round. At this point, when this match is being played, you guys are in the next round waiting. You're in winner semis waiting for the winner of this. Who did you want to play? Because you're waiting for the winner. Who would you rather have faced? You'd rather face PSG?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like they never show up against us. Never. Well, even if they win against us, we feel like we were the better team.
Right,
you know?
Yeah.
It's like a really close loss that we should have played better or something.
Yeah.
But then we play them like PRL, like the rivalry week.
Oh, yeah.
We beat them like 8-1. We beat them here. We beat them...
Did you play them? You didn't play them at Gnarly at all. No. You got beat by Cloud9 and NRG at Gnarly. So the only time you lost to them was in group stage, which was a 5-2 or a 5-game series.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
And we should have won. Like we felt like they were the best team in the league, I guess, but we still like it didn't feel like they were the best team. I don't know. They just, I guess we countered them or something.
Hold on.
They just don't play as well against us.
I keep on accidentally closing this. I need to see. Did Bluey get a touch on this? Because how does Squishy miss it by so much? I've got to think that Bluey touched it. Oh no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put this to slow. Did Bluey touch this? I think he did. I'm trying to look at see if Bluey got the clear. Yeah, that's a blue trail. And Bluey doesn't get a clear for that. I think Squishy just missed.
Yeah. So,
that's very uncharacteristic.
A bit like further back. It's hard to see when it like.
Squishy's trying to put it bottom corner, but he just whiffed by a mile, which is very rare. That's very unusual. Big chance early on. I mean, Squishy had 2 keepers to beat, and Bluey was very close to him, so he's trying to put it very precisely into the corner there. Still big chance going astray there. Got to put those on net.
What do you think of Pharah's car?
I actually like it. Why? What do you think?
It's glorious.
Yeah, I like it. The one thing I'll say though, oh wait, I'm trying to back it up here. The one thing I'll say is I'm a little bit annoyed every time you try and do something like this in Rocket League, and this is, you know, just I'm asking Psyonix again, please, Psyonix, please, let us choose. Like, see, clearly here Farah's trying to match the accent of his decal to the wheel color, and they're not quite the same. The wheels are a tiny bit darker, but I bet if Farah made his accent of his car darker, it would go even further away from the close match, because you can't choose the exact color. That's something we need in Rocket League. You got to be able to choose the precise color.
I mean, that's pretty close, I have to say.
It's pretty close. But there's some colors that you just can't match at all, and it's really frustrating. You're trying desperately, and you just can't.
Yeah.
RLCS Decanium, you can get pretty close. I've done it myself. But then on some fields, like where there's a sunnier map, your car will look, the paint will change color and the wheels won't. You're just like, what happened? I had matching wheels and paint, and then we get in and it's too sunny and the wheels didn't change color. What is going on here? Physics-based game. Alright, deliberate crossbar by Gimmick, but look at that from Bluey. That's pretty smart. Do you think he's just reading that?
Yeah,
I think he's just reading this. Oh, he's actually pretty late to it. Would he have had a chance? Dodging into the middle. Yeah, so Bluey, like, hit the brake pretty early there. He's not so concerned about saving Gimmick's shot. He's predicting the crossbar. Pretty smart. What do you think about Bluey's defense? Because everybody always talks about his offense. That's all people care about.
He's just really good at at reading the ball like that from the backboard. Every single time, he doesn't miss.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. Is he just never misses? Doesn't matter how difficult the read is off a back wall. It can be. It's actually the hardest wall to read in Rocket League is your own back wall when you're in goal, because you just get completely disoriented by ball cam changing perspective constantly. But Bluey just doesn't seem to care. He's like, nah, I can read that, no big deal.
Yeah, and when he does miss, like once every 10 tries or something, no one expects that.
Yeah, people are just like backing off anyway because they think he's gonna hit it.
Yeah,
he's pretty good at reading. Some of his reads that he did you see his recent montage that he put out, or I think it was can't remember, Rocket League FX put it out for him.
Oh yeah, I forgot to.
So good.
I just saw
some of his goals. Holy cow!
I need to look at that. Completely forgot about that.
Oh. Is this? Let's see this pass again.
Oh, my stream is lagging.
Yeah, I backed it up. This is really smart by Squishy. I love that pass. That's so good. Would this just have gone in if it didn't hit the crossbar? Yeah, that may have just gone in.
No.
You don't think so? I think it could have. If you hit this perfectly, it could have just been. It might have just been good enough to beat Chaussette.
You have no idea. Chaussette saves every single ball.
It hit the bar before it hit Chaussette, though. Look.
Yeah, but if it was more down, Chaussette would have reached it.
Yeah, it could have gone left. Could have gone left, though.
He didn't go for it like nose first. He went for it so it bounces from the crossbar.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. He definitely predicted the crossbar. Yeah. I just wonder if that shot had been off the joint, if Gimmick had just got high enough. If weed was legal in Washington, maybe he could have got it in off the joint. But as far as I know, it isn't. And then an incredible goal by Farah, just beautiful. Look at what he does here. 50-50. Just set backflips and poof, just squashes it in. It is a Farah goal, and I think Farah's offense is underrated. Every time I hear people talk about Farah, and we'll bring up Farah right now, talk about him for a little bit. People are always saying that he's like, or at least analysts and like casters, always talk about his defense. And I think the reason for that is because they look at PSG and they're like, right, Bluey's the offensive monster, so Farah must be good in defense or something. That's what people's logic is. But no, he's actually, I'd say, better in attack than he is in defense, easily. For me at least. What do you think? I think Farah's offense is way better than his defense.
I mean, Farah's just like filling in the gaps.
Right.
Like because Bluey goes for every ball or something, like jumps around the field, then Josette goes for the ridiculous dunks, and Ferrell's looking like, okay, I'll handle this.
He reads it pretty well though. He gets those poo goals, right?
Yeah.
He scores so many poo goals because he's in the right place at the right time. It's like the Marky Duda ability.
I rate Ferrell.
Yeah, yeah, Ferrell's good. He doesn't get enough credit for, like, you know, causing problems for other teams.
I don't know, like, I haven't been in like comms with the team, but I feel like he's the best comms.
Oh yeah, the motivational guy as well.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised. He's the oldest guy in that team as well. Just looks like PSG are looking a bit sharper than Cloud9. They just look like they're getting to the ball first a lot of the time. Cloud9 they're trying to get their passing plays going, but it just isn't working. Sometimes, what do you think if your passing plays just aren't working in a series, Metsa? Do you change something up, or do you just keep on trying to pass anyway? Or do you have to change something like the Boomer, maybe?
I mean, if your passes aren't working, they're just reading it, so you just don't pass obvious passes.
I mean, there was that one really good pass by Squishy, but apart from that, most of the passes got intercepted.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be like a really hard pass then, or like to someone who's like in a really big space. Not like, we're dribbling here, 2 versus 2. I have the ball on my left side and teammate on the left side. I'm just gonna like, it's so obvious it's gonna pass, and then it's gonna get intercepted. It has to be something no one expects.
Yeah.
It's something that you have to think about where your teammate is rather than seeing him, you know?
Yeah. What do you think about, you said those fast passes, what do you think about lofted passes in general? Do you see many of those in Europe high-level play where you just have people lobbing the ball up high for someone to aerial, or is it more grounded?
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be grounded, but then everyone just hits it high because they're trying to hit it hard. So it just goes high and they get to the aerial, but it's like better to pass on ground, but aerial passes work just because it's not possible to pass on the ground all the time.
Yeah, especially as somebody who's a lot's teammate, he's got to be calling for high passes all the time, right?
Yeah.
He's just like, please put it up high. I want a montage right now.
No, he's on the opponent backboard waiting for the waiting for the pass. We're like, okay, coming.
Here it comes. What do you do if you see a lot doing that? Because usually most players, if they're, you know, in the offensive half and you've just stolen the boost, they'll just turn around and leave. But a lot will be like, nah, I'm going to go across their backboard then leave. So are you just like, okay, yeah, I'll hit it up there and see what happens?
Yeah, I'll do that.
No big deal.
I mean, rather than like wasting a guy there, might as well pass it when he's there.
Yeah. But what do you think about all the people in ranks who then try and do that? Oh my goodness, what a shot.
That's a shot.
Holy cow. I don't think Squishy hit this hard enough. I think he needs to hit it harder. I think this is too slow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's like the sound effect I want to hear for that shot. Holy cow. He boomed that
That
one.
is a clanger.
Yeah. What were we talking about before that ridiculous boomer? That's that gimmick again with the whiff from downtown. Gimmick not having a very
This is
clean
the miss I make. That's such a hard ball. When you go for the boost and kickoff, then the balls come straight away. You're like awkwardly positioned, and like it's gonna bounce off the wall.
Sorry, I was trying to go back and it kept on skipping forward, but continue. Anyway, here we go.
It's like every single time this happens, it's so hard to read. If it was like middle of the game, he would read it every single time, but it's in the kickoff, he panics and misses it.
I wonder why he flew up to the ball instead of driving. I guess it could be faster.
I mean, he probably just like...
Clearly it worked, whatever he did, because she scored again.
I mean, he just did something weird on the corner.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to get on the wall. I don't know what happened to PSG though.
PSG should have probably had that. I mean, Farah and Chaussette kind of both faked each other because they both half challenged and then neither of them did. How do you guys like to do challenges and method? Do you just all do your own thing and let the players behind follow up accordingly, or do you like to, you know, call out that you're challenging and let other people react to it?
I mean, it's usually like, of course you call every time you challenge, but like if there's someone behind you, it's just like, just go for the ball. it doesn't matter.
Yeah, make it easier, because if you just fake or something, then you're gonna mind game your teammate.
Yeah, it's the same with like everything, basically like ceiling shots and everything. If someone like challenges it early, he can't score.
Yeah.
If someone's in goal.
Yeah, that's the thing. Where Magnus could have stopped Squishy's best goal of RLCS all time if he just went brainlessly for the ball, because Squishy's fake wouldn't have worked. And then if Squishy...
I've been through this.
Yeah, if this is the sort of theology or the sort of theory that I want to kind of... That was a good recovery, but...
No.
Bit of a weird save. I completely agree. If you're the front man in any game mode, don't get faked. If you get faked, then you messed up real bad, because you don't need to go for a block or a prediction if you're the front man. You've got your dude behind you to cover that. You don't need to try and make a crazy block. And then if you fake and you get faked, or if you don't go for the ball and you get faked, then you haven't made the other guy move the ball, right? The guy in offense, he can make a play straight away. There's no delay, and your goalie's screwed, which is pretty much like what happened to you, right? When Squishy ceiling shot it. You had no time to react, because he didn't have to do anything to get the ball past Magnus. He just left it.
I was just hoping like Magnus would go for the ball, so like there's no possible way for him to fake it or anything.
Yeah.
To make it like closer to the goal. Because I would have saved it if he shot it earlier.
Yeah, if you shot it earlier, you've got it. So Magnus doesn't need to go for a block, because if he shoots it early, it's an easier save.
But it was like a really good fake. I've never seen
it was a nasty fake. It was like really, really high level. Definitely the best goal I've ever seen in RLCS. Could have been stopped, however, if Magnus went for the ball. It is true. But everybody's pretty happy that it didn't get stopped, because it was a really good goal.
I'm not.
A really good goal. Apart from you. You won the series. Not so bad.
Yeah, but
it's pretty good for Rocket League. You don't want to be in the montage though, right?
Everyone's like hyping the goal. Like even when I stream, they're like, "How does it feel to get ceiling shotted by Squishy?" Like, what am I supposed to do there?
Yeah, nothing Metsa could have done. Magnus could have fixed it though. Magnus was the problem for sure.
But it's like we haven't had practice against like crazy ceiling shots like that, so.
Yeah, true. Ceiling shots are becoming more and more viable as people get better at them. I was talking about this earlier when I was casting some 1v1s. What a save. Squishy is like carrying so hard, by the way. He's doing everything right now. But I was talking about this earlier. As players get better and better, things like ceiling shots, air dribbles, advanced flicks, just anything that's super, super difficult to pull off becomes more and more viable as players get better.
That's like the not as obvious pass.
Yeah, this is
when there's
really
no
smart.
one on the right side, like no one expecting the pass when the goal is like right open. He would have shot it on goal and he would have saved it.
Why is Bluey so good at peaching every shot? I want to see, back it up a bit, 1 second here. Gimmick with a bad clear. He didn't need to hit that very down the middle. I've got to call out Gimmick here, not having a good series. No, I don't hate Gimmick though, guys. People are they're ragging on me because they're saying, why is Gimmick not in your top 10 players to watch for RLCS? And it's because I kind of didn't expect him to show up against the really good teams in the big games. That's where I thought Squishy would show up, and maybe Torment, less or so. Gimmick's like a really, really good player at beating teams in NA that aren't world class. He's so good at absolutely stomping low NA teams, and that's where a lot of his points and his goals came from, which I don't really. I don't think that matters so much. When you go to RLCS, your wins against teams like Renegades, Allegiance, FlyQuest, they don't matter anymore. You're playing some real competition now. That's when you need Squishy, because he can elevate to the next level.
Perfect timing.
I know, it's almost like I planned this. I didn't though. I really didn't. Lukaku, who's that? I don't know who that is.
That's like a football player.
Oh, he's a football player? Never mind.
Yeah.
Like me predicting an esport. I mean, I didn't think that my Twitch chat watched football, to be fair. Yeah, it was good to see Cloud9 fighting back here. Would have been a shame if they just got swept by PSG. Would have been funny to trigger the NA fans on Twitter.
It would have been funny.
It would have been very funny to trigger the NA fans on Twitter. I mean, looking back at this, I didn't realize, like, I didn't watch this game as closely when it happened first time. I think I was in an airport going to London. Oh, Bluey. So I didn't see that Squishy actually has his phone on stage. Maybe if I'd noticed that, I wouldn't have been so savage on Twitter, because Squishy's like, right now, he's already on Twitter, reading what people are thinking about his hat-trick. What do you think about players and social media? Because Rocket League so far hasn't really had too much hate towards players on social media. But in other bigger esports, more established esports, players are not on social media during tournaments. They are like offline for the whole weekend.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's pretty common for players to just take a break from Twitter for the whole weekend, because you can let it get to your mind, even if you're really, really solid mentally, if you're really, really good at meditating or whatever, to focus. You can let that stuff get to you, and it always makes you play worse. Well, for a lot of people at least, they just don't look at Twitter. What do you think?
You know when you're playing like bad or anything, and that's when you shouldn't look at Twitter or Twitch or anything. That's like when we had like 2 series per day in RLCS.
Yeah.
If I play bad or we lose, why would I look at Twitter? They're like, you disappointed me or something.
Yeah.
I just like.
So you're just a bit more selective. Oh
my God,
with
that's
a triple touch finish.
Oh Lord.
Let me just trigger some fans. Sushi with a gimmick impression here. Whoa. I think the shot was like so lofty that Squishy didn't. He just like started flying a bit early, and then he's like, flip, I have to slow down
that's
here.
That's a broken aerial in the control. Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do in my ranked games. It is like, I jump up and then I start boosting.
Yeah.
You need to boost until you jump and then boost. You're like, oh no.
Oh Lord. And it wouldn't have even been in.
No, you didn't even. You could have like just drove along the ground. It would have been fine. Great triple touch from Squishy. That's it. He's still on Twitter. He's playing one-handed there. He was finishing his tweet.
At least he's not tweeting like me.
Yeah, or me. I'm getting like triggering people. People get so mad on Twitter. It's so funny. I just can't help myself. I know as I'm writing the tweet that people are going to be furious, but I have to do it. Has to be done. No one else in Rocket League does it. Like the triggering the stupid fans. Every other esport's got somebody doing that. Just triggering the fans who are really, really fickle and don't really have. Where they're not real fans. They're just like kind of fair weather fans. Yeah. Got to trigger those people. They got to have a dose of reality. Here we go. Gimmick steps up. That's what I like to see.
I don't think he felt like played bad like offensively. He was beating a lot of people to the ball. No offense.
Yeah, he just like beamed defense a little bit. Had a couple of he whiffed in game 1. His whiff in game 2 led to Squishy scoring, or whiff in game 3 rather. Yeah, no, Gimmick is not a bad player. I don't think he should be replaced or anything. Don't worry, I'm not like saying.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think he's very good, but I just didn't think he was going to be a top 10 player to watch for RLCS. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And if somebody put Gimmick in their top 10 player to watch, I wouldn't even go and say, hey, you shouldn't do that. Like maybe someone else has a different opinion. They would put him in there, and I wouldn't argue. I'd be like, that's fine. I'm sure you can make a good case for that. But I've decided to do something else. You don't need to hate.
And I'm sure Gimmick will be so much better next time.
I think so too. You got to remember, although these guys are LAN veterans, they're not RLCS veterans, and you guys are the same. So maybe you can speak to that. What's the difference between LANs like Gnarly and LANs like RLCS?
Nothing.
For you, nothing?
Yeah, it felt like... It didn't feel like... I don't know. It was like just a normal LAN. I didn't even feel nervous for some reason.
Yeah.
It was like... I don't know. So weird. This happens every time I have a big game on a playoff game or something. I'm not nervous or anything.
Yeah.
So weird.
I'm baffled. What is going on here? Right. So there's good interplay, and then why were we flip? I don't know why we're watching Torment here. It's kind of a bit confusing. It was pretty obvious that was a 1-2. I was waiting for the camera to go back to Squishy. I'm like, okay, nice. Let's go counter-attack time. You go Gimmick to Squishy. Yep. To Gimmick to Squishy. And now we're on Torment.
A bit late.
We were so close to really good camera work there. So close.
Did
Maybe another day. He went for the bump and then Farah just missed. I think Farah might have had no boost. I was kind of looking at the camera work. Let's take a look at Farah here. Did Farah miss a boost or something? He's not even in the camera. We don't know. Oh my god, we have no idea what happened. We have no idea what is happening. Oh my goodness. There's so little information on the screen because the camera work is so bad. Who knows what's going on? It looks like Gimmick might have bumped Squishy. That's the...
it would even be better without wall cam in this spot.
Yeah.
Because they're just bouncing it on top
That's
of
what it is. It's because I think we're on director camera or something. And director camera always has ball cam on, so...
Yeah.
It's a bad idea. Oh, for goodness sake, it keeps freezing. YouTube is beating itself. Oh, this is the last time we watch this, guys, I promise. Did Farah miss that? We don't even know if he missed the boost.
I think he missed the boost.
I think he did.
Like,
I think he did. I was looking for that, but it's so hard to tell. We can't see for sure.
Look at his way.
Yeah, you missed it. Yeah,
missing that.
It's hard. It's really hard to know for sure. Maybe we can see it. Maybe put it at the slowest speed. Hold on. No, it's because look what. This is like a psionics thing.
Oh.
Like as the ball's about to happen, the FOV drops so much, and you just can't see anything. It's like, let's look at this hit.
Nice.
Yeah. Whoa, what a finish!
What a boomer.
Yeah,
we need to see this closer.
Farah missed it for sure. And he did the. I want to point out. I said I wouldn't rewind it, but I want to point out. This is called the allot aerial. As soon as Farah jumps, he's already sideways. Like that. Every single time. Never fly straight. Always sideways. There we go. Alright, we'll go forward just to get back into the... Oh, not that far forward. Here we go. How are you both watching with no delay? We're watching it on sync video, so whatever I do with pause, play, rewind, it'll happen on Metsa's screen as well. Sync video.
I didn't know this was a thing.
It's pretty cool. It's amazing. You can watch any YouTube video like this. There's a couple of other websites that do it that you can do. I think Watch Together is another one. There's also one called And Chill. And you can go make your own room on it and call it Metsa and Chill. Squishy's just like carrying so hard right now.
This is PSG in a nutshell. Look at them when the ball is coming. Whee! That's fine.
Pre-jumping. Yeah. What do you think about pre-jumps? As someone who plays with a lot, talk to me about pre-jumps, Metsa.
I mean, you have to read when it's coming. Pre-jumps are actually insane. Shot's so good at like pre-jumping the saves, but it's like you have to pick your spots. Okay, like.
What about double pre-jumps? If you have two players and they're both pre-jumping in the same direction.
Oh yeah. I mean, like
PSG.
It's not supposed to happen, but you know.
Yeah.
They're not trying to make it happen, but they just have it.
We can actually have first score. Let's rewind. And we'll find out whose fault it was. Who pre-jumped second? Right. Who is it? Farah missed the boost.
Yeah, he was also like behind him, so I don't understand why.
Yeah, that's just Farah with the double beam, first missing the boost and then pre-jumping for no reason. But it's okay. He scored another poo goal, so he's back in the game.
No, that wasn't too bad.
It's pretty poo. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. There's this happens before.
Okay. Okay, I didn't remember that.
That happens.
Yeah,
the
but
pass
that's a
is
good pass
good.
by
The
Bluey.
pass is good. Yeah, Farah, he's always there though. It's always it's like the Marky Duda position. He's just like right there, waiting.
Yeah.
And he's always there so fast.
I think that's a really good play.
I like the pass.
Blue.
I love the pass from Blue.
Yeah.
Sick. Great for a
Would
team to
never have
review
scored
film.
it if he showed.
Yeah, I would say for any teams who want to do video review, don't use screen share. Just make a video. The video that you want to review, upload it to YouTube and then watch it together like this. It's way better. Torment with the jump and fly.
That worked.
Yeah, he got there. He could look really dumb if he just got faked. It would have been sad times. What do you think are the differences between PSG and Gale Force? They were your two teams that were challenging you guys most in Europe. Like, do you guys prepare differently for each team? Do you go in with a different mindset or a different like set of things that you're expecting?
You just can't do mistakes against Gale Force, and you can do mistakes against PSG.
You can do mistakes against PSG.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, they never show up against us for some reason, so
yeah,
it has really like been such a tough matchup for us, as it is against Gale Force.
Yeah. What do you know anything about what happened in Gale Force at Gnarly? Get shot again. What do you think happened in Gale Force at Gnarly Invitational?
I really think they should have won that Go series, and then they like did the greatest plays of their lives that never should have worked.
Yeah. Do you think it was? I think it might have been a bit of disrespect. They go in and they're just like mad because they're in loser bracket and they just aren't thinking about Ghost. All they're thinking about is revenge on PSG later in the tournament, and they just lose.
And they didn't even care about the tournament that much.
Yeah,
so it's like not that big of a tournament, just like practice for RLCS. Like the practice pieces didn't work like almost the whole time.
Oh really? That kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's like. It was like a really second-tier tournament, so they didn't probably just care, because that's when they show up, is when like they really care.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally. I mean, I even when they finished third in groups, I still had them favorites for online finals. I still had them favorites for LAN. I don't know. Even though sometimes they don't show up, you're just like, I know they're going to show up in RLCS. Yeah. Everybody who knew they're talking about expected Gale Force to be like favorites. Them, or I guess you can make a case for Cloud9, but Gale Force were always going to be good.
I mean, they only lost like by 1 goal or something against us and PSG.
Yeah,
it could have gone either way.
In best of 5s.
Yeah.
There you go. This is why Gimmicks has so many people who want to put him in this top 10. He's popping off when they're already winning. Like I'm not trying to like trash Gimmick or anything. I just think he needs to be a little bit more consistent in matches where his team is losing, or his team is really up against the ropes. Because in my experience, that's when he kind of crumbles a little bit. And I fully believe in him to be able to step it up. I think he's a great player.
Yeah, he just seems like unexperienced. So it's like...
And he's not able to just be a robot like Squishy, so... Yeah. Even though these guys are all the same age, if I'm not mistaken. They're all 16, Tarmac, Gimmick, and Squishy. And Squishy's the youngest, because his birthday's last.
Oh. And
I've just realized, like, we're through game 4 and there's still like 30 minutes left. What on earth happens like for the rest of this? Like, gee, I told Mesa apparently we're going to be here for an hour, but I don't think so. It doesn't look like it anymore. But this is going to be game 5. How many of you guys are tuning in from?
Maybe they turn it into game 7 or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, is this best of 7 somehow?
Oh, they show like this is the last game of the day.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Everything after that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, that makes sense. How many of you guys in chat should be having Thanksgiving with your family and instead you're just watching Twitch? That's what I want to know. Let's skip to the game in case there's like looks like there's a bit of a bigger segment here. The 5-game series, I usually skip this the in-between bits because some people don't want to sit down for the entire time watching some teenagers on the stage. I do. I think it's really funny looking at the in between game bits where it's just everybody sitting in the stage chilling. That's actually good content. You're like, oh, is he gonna forget he's on camera? Is he gonna pick his nose? There it is. Huge.
I mean, that's the only difference between like league play or anything.
Yeah.
With these games. So.
What do you think about or do you think RLCS league play should be at a LAN? I mean, you're someone who plays at Gfinity Elite Series for season 1 and 2 a lot of the time. What do you think about the amalgamation of those two things? So you got league play on LAN every single weekend, and then RLCS, everybody flies out to a new location and does this, what already happens.
I mean, that's a dream, but I doubt it's gonna happen anytime soon.
It'd be pretty nice.
Bigger.
It'd be pretty nice. Imagine how much fun that would be. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
I would love that.
Well,
hopefully, one day. Oh, Bluey! What? Online.
Oh, that camera change just kills me. Oh my goodness. Like, how does Spectator not just have it written down what number Bluey is and push the number on his keyboard? I don't understand. Like, I've done this before. Obviously, when I do casting on my stream, I've got the H button showing because then, or I've got the player names at the bottom showing, so a lot of people look at that. But if you want to do it without, just take a picture of it on your phone and then just put your phone in front of you. And if you want to see who's what number, just glance at your phone. You're like, okay, 5, Bluey, 5, bam, 5. I know where that is on my keyboard. Don't even have to look. You can have all 3 fingers. You can have 1 finger over every player's button if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That's what it is for a 3-3. Right, speak to me, Mets. At game 5, what's your pre-game talk before game 5 happens?
I don't know.
In a big series like this, are you guys just chilling?
I mean,
are you speaking like a lot made-up language?
It depends on if we lost the previous game or won the previous game. Because it's like if you won the previous game, it's all about like keeping it up, sort of thing. And if we lost the previous game, it's like what we need to change. As it is in like, it doesn't really make a difference if it's game 5 or game 3 or anything. As, like if you lost the previous game, you think like talk about what to change.
And Rocket League pros and Rocket League teams don't really seem too concerned if they get smashed in game 4. It's like no big deal, we're resetting. Like, Rocket League pros are pretty good at resetting the mindset. Even if you lose like 7-0 in game 4, I've seen plenty of teams lose 7-0 in game 4, then win game 5, no big deal. Like
that happens every time. You get like in a big tournament, I guess like two close teams. Someone smashes someone like 4-0, 5-0. Next game, the other wins every single time.
It's another double commit for Farah and Blue this time. This is definitely PSG's biggest problem.
Yeah.
By far.
Of course.
It's like, I don't know why Farah is turning here. If you look at what happens, like right now, this is where you can spot the misplay. So Farah steals the boost. He's rotating out. He's got to know that Blue is challenging here, in my opinion. And why he turns and challenges, I don't know.
I have a feeling like Bluey was in the midfield, said like, I have no boost or something, and then Farah
went to try and help him. Yeah, it looks like Bluey...
Because the boost wasn't there. He tried to get the boost.
Yeah.
He turned really fast.
Still a little bit. I gotta think it's a bad move.
Yeah.
Shosette took one player out of the game. He took out Torment, but he's in a 1v3, so gonna be pretty tough.
I wouldn't blame it on Farah, like the whole thing, because
it could be
if Blue is there, he should say like, I'm going for it.
Yeah,
and Farah would not go, but he probably didn't, so he went.
It does look to me like Blue does have boost. I don't think it would have been a no boost call. Maybe he said low boost, because he does have like, oh for goodness sake, YouTube always does this freeze. He's definitely got like 40 boost. It's a good try by Shosette. He did get a touch on the ball, but Torment did just enough. This is a lot of people will hear me saying that if you're in a 1v3, you've got to stall, but when you're that close to, when they're that close to the edge of their box, you have to just challenge. Oh, to stop rewinding? Okay, let's look at it one more time, just for you. So here we can see the replay of the same goal, just for you, because you told me to stop rewinding.
That's actually really unlucky for Soler.
He got bumped by accident, yeah. Torment just followed through.
Yeah. That was like the best possible challenge from from him.
Yeah, he timed it well. He timed his challenge at the one point where Torment wouldn't be able to outplay him. Oh!
Oh, and here he goes. Yeah. That's a Shosette bump.
That's huge.
Somehow happened to be behind the whole team.
He snuck in there.
Back, demo them.
Gimmicks backwards as well. It's not ideal. Wait, how did Gimmick get here? Sometimes I go back on the replay and why is it skipping forwards? I'm pressing back on my keyboard. Jeez. I'm pushing back and it goes forwards. Gimmick just kind of ran forward into no man's land. You should probably stay back here a little bit. Although this is like pretty common after kickoffs. Like the ball will kind of go in the side of the field. Like Torment guaranteed went to the back right boost here. This is why going for back boost can be a little bit risky, because now when this happens, Torment is like, or Gimmick rather, Gimmick is like way out the place. There's no way he can challenge Bluey for this ball.
No one's really in the play from Cena now. Also, other teammate is on the other side boost.
Yeah, at this point, like Gimmick just has to stay back as far as possible. He's never going to be able to beat Bluey to this ball.
It's also, Bluey would often do an air dribble or something like that.
Or a backboard setup,
So he would like pop the ball, so Gimmick's like probably cheating forward in case that happens.
Is that good though if he cheats forward? I think that's bad. Like if he's here and Bluey pops it, that's really bad.
Good play here, but he was trying probably like, what is it called? Think what Bluey's gonna do.
Yeah, he's like cheating mid-game. He's just like, if Bluey takes a soft touch here, I can challenge him. But if Bluey if Bluey does anything besides that, it's
and then he gets second thoughts here when he jumps before letting the ball bounce.
Yeah, turning around to no man's land. Like if Gimmick was just further back here, this would be fine. I think that's the play. If this kickoff happens exactly like this, like if the ball spills to the opposite side of the field, then you probably just got to stay as far away from it as possible. Oh my god, it's freezing again. Jeez.
YouTube. But that's really good positioning by Bluey, because this 50-50 is like never going far in C9's favor.
Yeah.
So he's really close, waiting for.
Yeah, Gimmick. Yeah, like we can say big play by Bluey, big play by Chassette, but Gimmick can stop this by just not being there. He was definitely out of position. It's a big deal. Getting out of position after kickoff is the most common time for people to get out of position.
And it's also that could have been prevented if, I don't remember who went for the kickoff, but would have went for the back boost, which was there.
Instead of
rather
cheating.
than the right boost, yeah. Well, instead of the right boost after the kickoff, then it would have been back for like.
He would have been back, yeah, back in time.
But he didn't think that's like a risk.
Oh my, like, squishy.
Oh,
Feels side flip, man.
Happen.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, again, he's just he's in a really awkward really position though. How did he get here? Yeah. Like, we need to go back and find Squishy. Why is this taking? I swear I'm pressing back and it's going forward. Back. Okay, like we gotta find Squishy. Here he is. All right, so let's try and follow Squishy. He's rotating back. The boost wasn't there or something. He needs. I think
he missed the boost. He was like going towards the corner boost, missed it, and then.
That's the only thing that could have happened. Yeah. Because he shouldn't be here.
If he hit the boost, he would turn like right away for this ball.
I've heard Squishy likes to rotate straight down the middle of the field as well. He doesn't always go for the big move. He likes to go like across the curve of the small boosts or straight down the middle. This time, all those boosts are up. This might be a replay bug or something, but position was fine. This position is not fine from Squishy. This is not a good position to be in. Like backwards, facing your goal. In 3v3, this is like never a good idea. Not a good idea at all. You usually want to be side on to the goal. So Squishy here, when this shot comes in, you would expect Squishy to be like at the edge of the box sideways, and then he'd sweep the ball across to the left. That's like where you would expect Squishy to be. I don't know exactly how he got there because we don't have the replay handy.
Also,
he definitely beamed a lot of things there.
Yeah, he could have saved it either way if it was in that position. He just side fled.
Yeah, it was stoppable. It would have been a bit awkward though. He could have he was getting pressured by Bluey because he's in a bit of an awkward spot. I'm sure you wouldn't have felt pressure if he was sideways onto the ball and just had all the time in the world to control it. I'd say that's. I think those two misplays. Yeah, they look like just mechanical errors, but I think that's strategical errors just as much. Like both Gimmick and Squishy completely out of position in my opinion, and they're putting themselves in positions to fail, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. Here it seems like the nerves are kicking in for C9. Like when they're leading, somehow they just like start choking.
Yeah. Here's a similar sort of thing, right? This is not too different from we just saw. Just big clear, but look where Squishy is this time. This time he's not bang on in the middle of the field. He's to the side, so he can just like easily take control of this ball. No big deal. He didn't do like the cleanest job, but he didn't do a very good job of it. But usually you'd expect Squishy to just. I think he panicked. He might have thought that this is like going really far. Yeah, usually you'd expect him to take a bit faster control here. Either way, this is fine. He's not beamed it here. This is okay. Absolutely okay. He's forcing a 50-50. That's fine.
That's fine, but you can see he's like getting nervous here.
Yeah,
or like panicking.
Yeah. He was worried that if he left it any later, the ball might just go in or something, or he might trip on the post. Is another thing that sometimes happens to players when they're trying to shadow, wait for the ball to come to them. Squishy did say he never gets nervous though, which I don't know if that's 100% true.
I mean,
or if he's just
that could be true, but it's like not getting nervous, but like still choking. It's not the same thing, but like he knows it's close.
He'll probably he'll say himself that he would do that, or he could do that in any game. I've heard some players say that the fact that they're prone to making these mistakes in any game at any time means that this isn't choking. Because it's not unusual, but I think it's still, you still gotta like say, nah, it's a choke, because this is the time when you need to elevate your game when you're on stage. You can't just be chilling out in your room back home and
this is usually where teams are like most focused.
Save.
And don't do mistakes.
Yeah. This is Squishy's like trying to get this away from Chassette, but it ends up playing right into his hands. He could have put this to the right, and it would have been much better.
I mean, Farah would have been there for the crowd clear.
Yeah, we could put it over. You could definitely put this over Farah's head. I think. You could stick it like up high. Like this is an uncontested ball. I don't know why. And maybe if Squishy thinks that Farah's going for this, but to me that looks like a pretty free ball, and he's rushing. You know what I mean? Like that's a rushed clear or a rushed touch, which is not very useful.
He realizes it's a rush touch, like in the air.
Yeah,
so
yeah. He realizes.
He panics to where to put it.
Yeah, true. That's very true. Squishy not having a good game. He was like playing so well earlier, and he's kind of falling to pieces in game 5. Oh, does Bluey not have boost?
Oh.
You can see Bluey doesn't have boost. He's flipping.
Still going strong. He hasn't picked up a single boost bat.
Yeah, he's missed every single one of them.
Oh no!
That's so funny. Bluey, like he just look at where he grabs the side one, so he's fully stocked up here. He just had 100. Probably still has like 30 or something. Oh, you used some. Right, Bluey. What happened to your boost, buddy? Oh, he missed it, or he just didn't go for it. Either way, he got the save. Then he misses the one at the back. Oh, poor guy. Wait, did it get stolen from him? Maybe it got stolen. Hold on.
So confused. I saw the corner boost.
Did Chaussette steal it? Chaussette stole it.
Where did he come from?
No, look at Chaussette. He just comes back. Yeah. Chaussette just goes back down the wing and he's rotating the wrong way and he stole the boost. Chaussette, what are you doing? Bluey's just like, help. At least Chaussette made a play on the ball after stealing the boost. Or else that would have been awful if he just pieced out and left Bluey to die. Oh, gimmicks montage. Is this it? No. Squishy's pass a bit. Could this have been the moment? Again, Squishy's like rushing that. What is he in the air for? Take your time, man. He rushed this game so hard. Look how much time he has here. It's definitely.
I see this working though. Like he sees gimmick, goes for the pass like straight away.
Maybe he
instead of waiting for them to like expect the pass.
I think they could have slowed this down. This is like a textbook play in my opinion. Like this is why I asked you earlier. Like, do you see these high balls in EU? Because this is like very like.
Yeah, but that's like a C9 play right there. They're like
the aerial pass.
Want to play fast, or like where people can't reach it.
True.
He sees gimmick on the wall or like close to the wall, and this is like the perfect pass if it doesn't hit the ceiling. He just hit it a bit too hard.
I think maybe he could have played a higher percentage play though. If he just like, is there time for him to? It's probably bouncing on like 3 seconds, and if he booms that at gimmick on the ground, that could be better.
Could be.
That's what I would have wanted to see.
Then I don't know. It's hard to say.
Although, like,
I probably would have done the same thing, to be honest.
You think so? The little aerial lob.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not going to work. I think it probably wasn't the highest percentage play. It could work though. It didn't work. It's really hard though. Like with everybody on PSG behind the ball, like no one is out the game here for PSG. So you got to think gimmick shot. If he does shoot, is getting saved. I think they have to do something more.
If the ball didn't touch the ceiling though, it would have been gimmick's ball pass to Squishy in the middle. Squishy is like straight in the perfect spot for the pass, like a straight like Gale Force pass right here.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's like so risky though. He could get beat like so easily. Like PSG can definitely have all angles covered here. They can have somebody ready for this pass and somebody ready for the shot. Like no big deal. And somebody rotating as well. Farah definitely is rotating. Actually, I say Farah's definitely rotating. That might not be true. Farah might be double committing. He might be flying inside. Love you, Farah.
That's just rude.
I mean, usually when you see players going for the boomer, is because I think it's a sign of nerves as well, because they're afraid to take the touch. And Squishy's touch did look pretty bad earlier, so you might think, oh, okay, I'm not even going to try and control this. I'm booming it at gimmick, because last time I tried to take a touch, I nearly beamed it.
Oh.
If the game ended like that, it would have been so disappointing. Oh, it's good clear actually. As far as no boost clears go, that's about as good as you can get. Bluey does the same thing. He doesn't go for the control, goes for the pass, and it's a bit, I don't know, harder to execute. Like he could have, you know what I mean?
I mean,
when Squishy does this, Bluey can just catch this ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can just catch it.
He catches the ball, but then he's gonna start dribbling or he's not gonna be able to pass if he catches this.
What about to Chaussette?
Well, Chaussette's doing his own thing. I don't know what he's doing.
What about Farah? I think you could pass to Farah here. Oh my goodness, what is this quality?
That's also like he could have done this pass way better to Farah, like from here. It was just like not a good. What is it called? It wasn't like good idea in my opinion.
Yeah.
That just it didn't go as it planned though.
That's a good recovery by Bluey. Dodging out of the bump. These guys did definitely look nervous. I think that's all it is. I don't think these are bad teams at all. They're just playing a super nervous game. No wonder. It's like you don't want to go to loser bracket after quarterfinals winners.
Yeah. It's a really tough loser bracket ahead.
Bluey with a huge. I think Bluey's got like 12 boosts this whole time, and he's made double save.
What the?
Per you in an interview at this point. I was in an airport. Neither of us could watch it live. I didn't see this. I didn't like have full attention to this is live. Tense. What an ending.
Yeah, I like this. This would have been so nice to see from the crowd.
Oh yeah, dude. Especially if Cloud9 won. Imagine the crowd.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I was kind of hoping Cloud9 would win. I wanted Cloud9 in winners finals just for the big viewership numbers.
I mean,
what save! Look at this
so
flip.
good,
Holy cow. Bluey has played this so well.
I don't think he's had boost for the entire game or something.
I was about to say, if he had boost here, he wouldn't be doing this flip. But look, he's front flipped and then he's throwing his joystick down just so he gets the power hit.
Blue is
and
so
he
and look at his recovery.
Right back into the play.
Yeah.
He nearly got the boost.
That's so beautiful to watch.
Bluey, the defensive genius.
Like how?
He even half flipped the right way. It's not like he didn't just half flip straight back. Yeah. He half flipped to land on the curve of the wall. Watch this. Oh wait. Wait a minute. It went forwards again. I don't know what's going on. Like he does the right half flip to land on that curve. It's so sick.
And still didn't get the boost. Squishy comes in and steals the boost.
Still out of boost. Look at he's just flipping around. Actually, could he be like getting boosts here? There he is. He's at the halfway line. He's looking for it.
And Torment has taken that boost as well. Oh no.
Oh man. Bluey, poor Bluey. Although I think he misses more boosts on the way back. It's pretty funny just following Bluey through this whole play. He's doing such a good job, but then he's like missing all the small boosts as well. It's so heartbreaking. He misses 1, 2, 3.
I'm back at 0.
The fourth, he's still at 0.
And then Gimmicks comes in to take the corner boost.
Yeah, look, he's about to drive over a small boost, and even that's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, Bluey, my heart melts for you. You poor guy.
And the Gimmicks lands on the boost.
Still nothing. He's missed another 2 boost bats. Oh, takes it. Oh, Bluey, we need to
glorious.
We need this is like a journey for Bluey. Oh no, Shazat even took this small one. He's got nothing. I'm just watching Bluey. Oh, he got 12. He's got 24. All right, 24 boosts. We're all good. Bluey's if he can save everything with no boost, he doesn't need any. The casting on this.
And now he has like 20 boosts because everyone's taking his boost. Just enough to make the save here.
Yeah. Does he have? I'm looking at Bluey only. He's still actually starved. Oh, that's a good pass. Bluey!
Yeah.
24 boost save, maybe 12 even if he used any. He still doesn't have any time to get the corner boost. What a nightmare. he probably still has none, by the way. He does. Wait, is he a Bluey? He definitely still has none. He definitely still has none. Oh wait,
jumping without boost here, he's gonna be out of the play for such a long time.
Actually, he might have boost. Oh no, Shazat definitely took the back boost because he's got more.
Yeah, Bluey took every boost from
He's got one, Bluey.
Yes. I know Bluey's gonna score or something probably.
That must have felt like the longest minute of his life. You know how when you do a boost in Rocket League 3v3, the game just takes forever.
Look at his score as well. 510 points.
That's over 1,000 points in a normal game.
Yeah.
Gets one save. Oh my goodness, Bluey. He gets this save and then he actually recovers to block like a lot of shots here from Torment are getting saved by Bluey. He's forced into shooting like for his sake.
And then
it keeps skipping the wrong way. Hold on. I was trying to. It keeps freezing on my end. I don't think it's freezing in your end. It's freezing on my end.
Yeah, it's fine in my end.
Like this shot from Torment has to go high.
This is like Bluey. A Bluey shot right here. It's pumped.
And then he takes Squishy out of the game as well with like 10 boosts. Oh, he just missed a pinch. Bluey is a
back to 0 boost again. The journey continues.
The journey continues. Oh, he's like, thank goodness this boost is here. What a nutty performance from Bluey, though. Holy cow. Like, it is so difficult to play Rocket League at this level with no boost. So hard. And honestly, Cloud9 will, when they lose this, they must feel like they're unlucky, you know? Even though looking back on it, they were certainly, I think, the fact that they let PSG equalize at 2-all was 100% their fault. The fact that they've not already won this game is the reason they don't deserve to win this series, because they should have already won this. With a bit more patient defense, they would have 2-0'd this, no problem.
This is like intense, even though I know like the result.
I know the result, but I'm actually on the edge of my seat. I wish I could watch this live. I was like sitting in a terminal, waiting for a flight, like watching it on my mobile with no volume. Oh, Bluey! I love this. I love when you just see somebody drive up to the opponent and then do nothing. It's so funny. They're like, this is the staring contest. They're like, who's gonna jump first? I'm not gonna jump. Are you gonna jump? No, I'm not. Me neither. I'm not gonna jump. Oh, you're gonna jump? Yeah.
It's a really good play by Squishy though. You see him like rotate, like, so he will land on the wall when he gets bumped.
Yeah, this is smart. He's like, this is like, you can't be bumped here. The only thing Blake could have done is like, try and last second boost and flip into him and demo him on the spot, which I think, is it supposed to be in Rocket League that you get demoed easier when you're in the air? Or
I don't know. I have no clue.
I've had people like fall on me in ranked games and they're definitely not going supersonic, and then I just die and I'm like, what just happened? I wasn't like, there's no way he was supersonic there, and I save the replay, I watch it back, confirm my suspicion. That's why
and Pharaoh is the one scoring.
He's scoring off the back of Gimmick not being as good at no boost as Bluey. Oh, he actually has boost. He just beamed it. Oh, poor Gimmick. He panicked so hard.
Awkward jump.
I'll try and pause it on the moment where he decided to jump. Like, well, actually, see right here when he's jumping, he thinks a shot is already happening. He's in his mind, he sees Bluey about to hit this ball, and that's why he's like goal side.
And this doesn't seem too bad. Like, he's really close to the ball.
Yeah, he should have front flipped.
Like, momentum is going the wrong way.
Yeah. It's not ideal, but I think he has to front flip here. But he's probably like, oh crap, if I front flip, I'm passing it to Farah.
Yeah.
And then he did a weird dodge to try and put it sideways and missed entirely.
Definitely.
So he tried to redeem himself, but the crowd are just like, no.
And golf club 2, PSG, nice.
I bet Golden Boy's just like, I really wanted to interview Cloud9.
Yeah.
Because like, as a caster and a host, anybody who's working production on these events, you just want the event to be as good as possible. So you you're always a little bit biased towards the favorite. But, you know, underdog stories are also really good. 5-game series are really good. You just want it to be good, right? So when PSG win, I was like, oh man, I'm happy for them. But
the Bluey squishy fan moment.
Yeah, the Bluey squishy love is real.
Yeah.
Farah, oh, this is so funny. Did you see this? Did you see this? When Farah brings down, or no, it's actually Chaussette. I'm trying to go back, but it's going forward. Hold on.
This is the play of the series.
Yeah, this is
Farah.
Huge play. Actually, you think it's Farah? I think Chaussette beamed this. I think Chaussette jumped into Farah a little bit too aggressively.
Look at how small Chaussette is. There's no way he can bring all of them down.
No, you can. Watch. Like, it's Chaussette. Watch this. Farah, Bluey having a good time. This Chaussette's like... Maybe it is Farah.
Bluey's trying to hold back.
Yeah.
You can see it. And he's like just keeping the hands there, but like his body is still way back. So it's either Chaussette or Farah. Like trying to keep them back. Not happening.
This is just like... I love esports. You would never see this in a real sport. I'm just like, whoa, guys, whoa, guys, you killed, whoa, calm down, whoa.
It would have been so funny if like the poster ripped or something.
Yeah, like it brings down the whole poster on top of the stage. That'd be so good.
Oh, best moment.
Oh my god, right. The Bluey interview, Bluey's just like, man, what happened to the hot and gnarly interview girl? Who's this guy? SMH. Oh wait, I've got to put the volume up. We got to hear the name.
Good news is, Bluey's alive. all of PSG lives. That was scary for a moment, but I guess...
Wait, did Chaussette's glasses fall off his face? Okay, I didn't see that. Wait a minute.
Really?
I did not see the glasses falling over. That is,
we need to see that.
That is a must-watch. That is a key moment. This is like top 5 plays of the LAN for sure. Farrah's like so happy.
Oh no, there they go! He's trying to keep them.
He tries to save the glasses.
Yeah.
That is a man who loves his glasses.
I don't care if I go down, save the glasses.
He's like, oh no, 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 no. This looks like it might have hurt Chaussette quite a lot, honestly. He lands on his rib cage, right? We need to see
the one dying here.
Yeah, we need to see a slow motion of this, actually.
Oh yeah, we can do slow-mo.
Yeah, check this out. Oh wait, I've got to back it up with...
That's beautiful, I have to say.
Yeah, like, Chaussette... Ah! He's a small guy, so maybe he's okay, but that's like hip on the metal rib cage, like...
Yeah.
Ow! If I did that, I'd break my hip. I'm pretty old.
No wonder Bluey went for the interview.
Yeah, Chaussette's in accident and emergency right now.
Yeah.
I hope he's okay, alright. Let's send it down. And
He's not having a good time. Not having a good day at the office.
All right, well, the good news is Bluey's alive.
Bluey almost killed Chaussette. He landed on him.
That was scary for a moment, but I guess that is exactly what that match meant to you guys, because this is a team that you've had a lot of trouble with in the past.
Yeah, Chaussette's in ER, bro.
Yeah, they beat us at Northern Arena in like twice. Yeah, so it was really good to beat them here.
So now that you guys have kind of, gotten this win off of your back, right? You can look forward.
He's not even smiling.
He's trying to be composed, dude.
Cloud9 really to just go all the way. Like, these are two of the best teams here. And of course, you have Gale Force, Energy, etc., etc.
Yeah, they don't even mention us, of course.
What do you feel about that? You don't even get a mention in the best teams in the list.
Yeah.
Wait, who did they say?
These are two of the best teams here.
PSG, Energy, Cloud9, Gale Force.
Energy, Energy and Gale Force. PSG and Cloud9, no method.
I think we can win this event, yeah.
100%. He feels confident.
Wow.
Now,
I didn't expect that one.
Because in that game, you had some godly saves. Like, I think it was a point where you had like 12 boosts, and somehow, some way, you managed to make it happen. What are the comms like in that situation? Are you letting your teammates know, hey, I don't have a lot of boosts, I don't have a lot to work with, help me?
His whole comms for the whole game. No boost.
Well, our comms are quite intense, but they're quite basic since there's like Chaussette can't speak very good English.
Okay, so in that instance, you're just like, lay help, whatever you can possibly do. I totally get it.
What?
All right.
What? Are you serious?
That you want to face up.
Wait.
Intense, but they're quite basic since
What?
like Chaussette can't speak very good English.
Okay, so in that instance,
That's brilliant.
Like, lay help, whatever you can possibly do. I totally get it.
I did not know he said that.
I love that guy.
That you want to face up. You just beat Cloud9.
I can't believe he said that on stage. I would be so scared to say that.
Who else can you
like, if I said that on my stream, people would be like, this is why you're not an RLCS analyst. This will never fly on the RLCS production.
Really want to take down?
I want to face Gale Force as they knocked us out in the regionals. To face them would be really good.
All right, wants to play against Gale Force. Well, Bluey, thank you so much, my man. Appreciate
He didn't ask him about the method. Maybe Golden Boy just doesn't like method, dude. I'm sorry, Metsa. Yeah. He didn't ask about the game that's coming up right after this on day 2. The method.
Guys, give it up one more time for Bluey.
I don't think anyone still didn't think we were a threat for LAN.
I don't understand
why. Just because we were 1 overtime away from winning Cloud9 and Energy and Gnarly.
Yeah.
If we would have beaten them in Gnarly, they would have liked us.
Yeah. So I already did this analysis desk, tie rankings. Gibbs just wins by miles with titanium white tie, but we didn't talk about Carpet versus Wavepunk. Or if we did we? I can't remember who was casting the first series that I did a review on. Wait, I could check. Let's see. G2 versus Chiefs. I've gone on my own YouTube real quick just to find out who it was. Who was it? Oh, for goodness sake, it's hard to find who. It's so hard to find the casters. Oh, it was Wavepunk and Carpet, right? I want your opinion though. So I've already ranked these apparently. What do you think about the attire?
I mean, Carpet is always so stylish. I like that.
Yeah, he's
getting the #1.
You think so?
But Wavepunk isn't too far behind, in my opinion.
I think they're both pretty close. The one thing I want to point out is that a zip on Wavepunk's.
Yeah, I saw that.
Is it actually a zip?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Kind of fits his style.
Does it? Do you have zipped, like, suits in Texas?
He likes no, but he likes to be like rough and different. You know, have like a belt or something.
That's just because he's from Texas. It's like northern Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he doesn't like to be like basic. Something has to be different.
He's got the dimple in the tie. 10 out of 10. Carpet's also got baby dimples. That's pretty good. But his tie clip is like completely offset. What is he doing?
Huge that's misplay. A misplay.
I got the shadow on the, what do you call it? The suit, like is pretty cool. It's got the black outline. It's like painted, you know.
Yeah.
It's like the Octane, when you get titanium white Octane, it's got like the white border. This is like a black version of this suit. He got the drop. That's pretty cool. Then
that's like my drop. I get like a car with painted black, painted black car.
Yeah.
And it's like basically the same car.
Yeah.
When it's normally gray, now it's black.
Yeah. Or you just get the wheels are the exact same color. I got the Cobalt Apexes. I was so excited. I thought they were titanium white. Then it was Cobalt.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys think Wavepunk wins? I think Carpet wins this one. I'm not even being biased here. I think Wavepunk's is pretty good, but I'm not sure about this whole zip thing.
Yeah, I think these were like really good compared to the other guys.
Yeah, pretty solid. I mean, obviously when you take in the full body, we got Wavepunk's got a belt with a buckle the size of like a small country, and probably wearing boots because he's ready for a bar fight. So you got to take the full thing into account. I mean, then you got Carpet's like impeccable like hair beard combination. This is actually unbeatable. I am actually jealous because I have a similar sort of style, but my beard and the volume of my hair is just not the same. It just isn't there. I don't know how am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do against this?
Perfect eyebrows as well.
Yeah, the perfect counter. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I want to say thanks to Metsa for joining. That was a lot of fun. Good to hear your insight on both those teams. Again, I still think that you're probably like the only team who've played both these teams twice in a series. Somebody top comment in these YouTube videos is going to be like, no, you're wrong. And list a list of teams who have also played Cloud9 and PSG twice. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in. I'm just going to run some ads and look for somebody to host as usual. And then I'll be streaming again tomorrow. So if you're around, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you next time. And I'm going to mute everything so you can't hear me and Metsa trash talking NA. Bye, guys.